Hello my friends, Gabriel here, back with another video. And today we're gonna talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 running on Android 5.0 Lollipop, the official update. It's been a long while since I've been using this device, testing it a lot, and right from the beginning of this video I have to say one more time how disappointed I am in Google, how disappointed I am in their updates. Just like KitKat 4.4.4 was for a lot of devices that I used in the past, the same things are happening with Lollipop. Pretty much on the same devices, lots of bugs, of issues. Let's say the Google updates are looking a lot like Apple's updates for iOS. Pretty much copying Apple in this respect. So I'm very unhappy. But this is not the point. This is a subject for another video. Me ranting about Google and their software. And let's start with a couple of things. With the annoying things that I noticed with this update on the Note 3. The first one, as you can see, I'm using a custom launcher. It's called the Go Launcher. You can download it in Google Play Store for free. And although I have a custom launcher, the lag and the slow animations are incredible. Just look at this. So these are the animations, the transitions, and also if you want the lag. I find it unacceptable that on Lollipop we still have these issues when Google promised to offer us the best experience, the smoothest experience, the best responsiveness, the best animations, the best transitions, and so on. And as you can see, there's a lot present on the Note 3. Let's open, for example, the gallery. And yet again, you can see it takes a long time to actually open the gallery app. Same thing happens with the dialer and pretty much with every app. You have to wait about 2 to 3 seconds until the app is finally opened. And I have to say that if I was using TouchWiz, things would have been a lot worse. I also uninstalled all the bloatware that came with the device, and still things haven't improved. Another thing regarding bad things with this update, it's the connectivity issues that I've been noticing ever since upgrading to Lollipop. There seems to be a lot of problems when connecting to wireless networks, and also when using mobile data. It takes a long time, especially on mobile data, to load pages, to get a hold on a good connection. It happened to me very often in the past month, so hopefully with a new software update they will fix this issue. The other problem, or if you want the biggest problem that I have with Lollipop, is battery life. And let's go to the settings. Let's go to battery. As you can see, I have 76% of battery and 1 hour and 35 minutes of screen on time. I usually get around 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours of screen on time with the Note 3 on Android 5. Previously to this, I was getting about 7 hours and a half when the device was running KitKat. So after the update, I noticed quite a big decrease in battery life. With my type of usage, I have to specify this, because every user has a different type of usage, a different pattern. But I don't keep activated all the gimmicky features. I do have my own setup to get the best battery life out of my devices, and still battery life isn't what it was previously on KitKat. Unfortunately, this is another promise that Google gave us before releasing Lollipop, when they announced Project Volta, which supposedly would have increased the battery life a lot more on every Android device. As you can see, it's not the case, and I can genuinely tell you that battery life has got worse than it was on KitKat. Another thing, another issue that I have after updating is with the S Pen. We all know the Note series comes with the S Pen. And after upgrading to Android 5, I've noticed that sometimes the device won't recognize the input from the pen. It happened to me a couple of times to just simply touch the back button to get out of an app, and I had to do it 2 or 3 times until the tap was registered. The same thing happens with when doing something else on the screen. Sometimes it takes a time, takes a while until the device registers the input from the S Pen. Unfortunately, this is a big issue for those who really depend on the S Pen. I don't use it too much, so it's not that big of a deal for me, but just keep in mind. This pretty much does it for the bad parts with this update. Everything else runs pretty much smooth. Haven't noticed any issues, any big issues besides those that I already told you about. In terms of benchmarks, the device gets about 43,500 points in Antutu. If you're curious, that pretty much puts it side by side with the S5, which I was getting about 44,000 points. So older hardware on the Note 3, but still pretty much the same performance as the S5. In terms of gaming, everything runs okay. Haven't noticed any issues, any drop frames in gameplay. The device tends to get warm a bit, but that's normal when playing intensive 3D games. And the best part, if you ask me, about this update, besides the visual changes, as you can see, the UI looks a bit colorful. The best part is the camera. You already know we have a 13 megapixel camera, Sony sensor inside, not let's say the crap they put in the S5 with their isocell sensor, which if you've seen my other videos, you already seen the photos and the videos that it took. I have to say that the camera is simply amazing. I really like it. My personal opinion, based on my usage and my testing, is that the camera on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is better than the camera of the S5. Mainly in picture quality, in details, and especially in low light and dark environments. We all know that the S5 behaved really bad in those conditions, with the milky shades in the photos, especially those taken in the low light or at night time. And also I had a lot of issues with the S5 in 4K video recording, which I don't have with the Note 3, especially some jittering, some skipped frames when taking videos. And on the Note 3 I haven't noticed any problem. Still related to video recording, when using the Note 3, the device does heat, but not to the point that you have to let go from your hand, as it happened to me with the S5, which unfortunately got really hot to the point that I really couldn't hold the device anymore in my hand. So if you want, this is a plus point for the Note 3. As I said, pretty much everything runs exceptional. The available amount of RAM is around 1 gigabyte and 200 megabytes of free RAM, depending on what apps you have running in the background. Call quality is excellent. I haven't noticed any issues with call quality. Reception is great, and also the S Pen helps a lot with its apps. You can do a lot of things. You can draw, you can take notes, and so on. Unfortunately for me, this is again, if you want a bad update from Google specifically, and although this device has a very good hardware, still it has a very good hardware capable of doing everything that newer hardware can do. Still it feels crippled by the poor implementation of the software. TouchWiz helps a lot to do things a lot worse on the device after this update. That's why I'm using a custom launcher, but I do feel that the device ran smoother on KitKat, and also I just hope that they will release very soon a software update to improve all the bugs and to fix everything that's wrong with this device right now. I don't understand why Samsung is taking so much time to update their devices. We are running on 5.0 when actually out there there are already devices that run on 5.1.1, and I find it totally unacceptable to take as long as they are to update some flagship devices, former flagships such as the Note 3 or the S5. Also, the problems that I noticed on the Note 3, I've noticed on the Sony Xperia Z2, Sony Z Ultra, LG G3 and the S5. So for me it's becoming very clear that very soon probably I'll be switching again platforms, and when I say that, I'm not talking about iOS, which I can't stand, but probably I'll go back to Windows Phone. For what I have to do with my devices, for me Windows provides everything. So I really like stability, I really like good battery life, and I do like a good camera experience also. Unfortunately for me, Google is continuing the trend. They started with KitKat and releasing some software updates that in general don't bring that benefits to the end consumer, but actually they bring a lot of disappointment. This has been my video with the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 running on Android 5 Lollipop. If you liked it, hit the like button. Also, please share this video, it really helps. And make sure you subscribe to my channel for future videos. You can always follow me on my official Facebook page, Google+, Twitter or Instagram. As always, my friends, be safe, be good. Your friend Gabriel sign out. Peace.